And student loans have to be paid, just not right now.
President Biden has once again extended the payment pause, not forgiven the debt. So what do you do with your money in the meantime? Paul Oster, America's credit repairman, joins us live. Thanks so much for being here with us, Paul. So should people try to make payments in the meantime while we're waiting to see what ends up happening here as we kick the can down the road?
Sure. Well, it all depends on each individual situation. If I had a student loan debt right now, I'd be redirecting any of my payments towards credit card debt. If you have revolving credit card debt, take the payment that you would make towards the student loan and pay down your credit card debt. Use this time to build your emergency fund. You know, we used to say 6 months, 3 to 6 months emergency fund. We now know that that wasn't enough during the pandemic. So build a 12-month reserve. And if not, save all the payments in a savings account. I know you're not going to make a ton of money on the interest, but then make one lump sum payment towards the principal balance at the end of the deferment.
What are other tips to get better control of student loan and perhaps any other debts out there?
So you have to know the debt, right? You have to realize why you're in debt in the first place. Most of us live in a crisis mode. Every 30 days, there's too much month left over and not enough money. So put a household budget together, do it as soon as possible. This will show you where you're spending your money. Look, we're all on a fixed income, so you have to figure out where the expenses are going. And when it comes to these student loans, look, we've been in a wacky, wonky world for a couple of years. Know your loan. Did the servicer change? Have the terms and conditions changed? Research the forgiveness programs that are out there. Look, if you could be in an income-driven forgiveness program. It's based on your income at this point in time. Public service loan forgiveness. If you have a government job or a nonprofit organization job, they might forgive your loan. Teacher loan forgiveness. And if your school closed during your enrollment or you dropped out soon thereafter, you may also be eligible for forgiveness or cancellation of that debt.
You know, Paul, some lawmakers have called the pause on this outrageous and believe it will hurt the economy in the end. Taxpayers may get stuck with the bill if there is broad forgiveness. What in your expertise, what do you think about that?
So I don't think there should be a broad, forgiveness program across the boards. We can't just simply cancel the debt of all of these students. What about the people that went into bankruptcy because of student loan? What about the people who, struggled 2-3 jobs to make the payments prior? But what we should do is focus on the incentive-based programs. Volunteerism. Now is the best time to ask people to step up and get involved in community service activities. So I think it's incentive-based programs, not just throwing cash that we don't have, by the way. We can't just throw cash at this problem. We have to figure out how we got here in the first place and then figure out the best way to get out of the mess.
Yeah, and don't you think if you don't take steps right now to save and do whatever you can to prepare for that, even if it's $1 here and there, you're going to be in the same position in a year than you are right now when that grace period ends.
Exactly. So the best time to start this program is today. The second best time was 6 months ago, but let's do something about it today. We can't just keep kicking the can down the road. Sooner than later, we're going to have to pay the piper. I don't see, any complete, forgiveness of all this student loan debt. You're talking about trillions of dollars here. So we have to figure out a way to help the students that are saddled with this debt for sure. Look, unfortunately, most of the people that have student loans have lower credit scores. So then it winds up costing them more money in the end. They have higher credit card balances. So we have to figure out the problem. But again, I don't think just throwing cash at the problem is the way to get out of it.
All right, Paul Oster, thank you so much for joining us. It looks cozy where you are today. The fire,
oh yeah,
everything else.
Yeah, and Jersey's, we're getting some good old Jersey weather. It's 80 degrees one day, and today it's probably 40 degrees and freezing rain.
Oh my goodness.
That is a big change from here. We're at 60 and just a little chilly. I think I could handle a fire too, though, in H-Town. All right, thanks for the advice today.
Thank you.